The schools taking part in today's event are part of the nearly 352 members of the Colorado High School Activities Association. As member schools, we promote and protect the privilege of participation in interscholastic athletics and activities. We also promote lifetime values like respect, hard work, teamwork, sporting behavior, and citizenship. We help reach and motivate students. We develop policies as a group and enforce them as a responsibility of membership. We are the coaches, game officials, and administrators voluntarily working for the common good of kids. We are CHASA. Athletics is an important part of the Moffat County and Meeker school educational programs. Participation in athletics should be a part of the education of as many students as is practical and possible. Participation in athletics should contribute to the development of physical skills and emotional maturity, health and happiness, social competence, and moral value. Competition and cooperation are both components of the American way of life. Here come your Bulldogs! Go Big Blue LLC is excited to bring you 2016 Colorado High School Wrestling on MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM. Tonight's matches feature the visiting Meeker Cowboys and your Moffat County Bulldogs. Tonight's matches are brought to you by Chaos Inc., Identity Graphics, Young Life, Hampton Inn and Suites, Severson Supply and Rental, Mountain West Insurance and Financial Services, Cook Chevrolet, Duran and Pierce Contractors, Bank of Colorado, 3D Enterprises, Rocky Mountain Automotive, Mountain Airspray, and EP Associates Incorporated Professional Land Surveyors. You're watching wrestling. This is MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM on the Go Big Blue Network. So starting our big duel with Meeker, and starts off with Isaac Herod. Has a open spot with Meeker, so wins by forfeit. So Moffat County takes a quick 6-0 lead, Shane, and got some exciting matches coming up tonight.
Yeah, heck yeah, Kip. You know, Isaac Herod ranked 9th in the state in his classification. He's been doing really good so far this season, and he's a multiple state qualifier, looking as a senior to go place down there at state, if not win it. So here we are with our next match of the night. Our first one is going to be Sammy Palmer from Meeker at 138 pounds versus Indy Burns.
Indy Burns, real lanky wrestler, tall for the weight class. Looks like Sammy Palmer is the same. Look for them cradles, long arms.
Right off the bat, I call him the Viper, and Indy Burns shoots him with a nice single leg, takes him down for a 2-point takedown. Immediately, he's working inside with his arm bar up front, has a belly-to-belly press right now, trying to pull him into a cradle formation.
Yeah, just what we talked about. We said long arms, cradles, and that's right what he goes for right off the bat. So brings him back
way too hard on his head. Kid.
Yeah, you gotta bring him down under control, and we're gonna have a timeout. We'll be back in a minute. All right, so Shane, it's going to be a illegal slam by Indy Burns, and so Sammy Palmer is going to win that match. And we want to. Sammy got up on his own, walked off the mat. That's what we want to see. I know Indy, great kid, just lost control of that and brought Sammy down. I'm glad Sammy was able to get up and walk off under his own power. Never like to see it. When a kid gets hit like that, and it's always scary when it's your neck in that area. You don't want to mess around with those things. So glad that young man is glad he's okay.
Yeah, definitely scary though. And then, Tip, we had 2 open matches in a row there. So just like that now, we're down 18-6.
Yeah, so that would have been Hunter Garcia of Meeker and Casey Turner of Meeker, both win by forfeit, as Moffat County doesn't have anybody in those weight classes. So we have Drake Zimmerman coming up, the sophomore, tough kid. Wrestling number 12 ranked Chase Rule for the Cowboys. Here's Shane with the call.
And here early in the match, Skip, a nice takedown by Chase Rule to take the 2-0 lead. Now he's staying back right now, trying to work inside with a half Nelson, trying to put his legs in there for a moment. Staying inside now, Drake Zimmerman trying to stand up for the 1-point escape. He's turned, but they're going to go out of bounds, and they'll reset in the center of the mat with 1:24 left, and the score 2-0. Drake Zimmerman behind to Chase Rule.
Drake Zimmerman, just a sophomore, but as strong as anyone you'll see him wrestle. He spends a lot of time lifting with his dad, a great wrestler for Moffat County in his day. And here's Drake, quick stand-up, escape, 1 point. That's what we want to see. Great job, Drake.
Yeah, a nice 1-point maneuver there to get back into this. but now he's got to be careful. He's got his head in a front headlock by Chase Rule, and this is something that can really drain the energy out of you here, because what you're going to do is you're going to work to try to go down to an ankle pick or turn that into a near side cradle from a standing position, and he's just going to keep torquing and torquing. And a good job, Drake Zimmerman's able to pull out of that maneuver, and they're still in the center of the mat. 52 seconds left. It's 2-1. Drake goes down to that one knee stance, which I've seen some of the best wrestlers ever in this state shoot from one knee, just to be really low to the mat and be able to get in really well on those singles, doubles, and ankle picks.
Call that the old Russian tie that Drake's trying to work, control that wrist and arm. Tries to drop in with a single leg, isn't able to get in deep enough. That's when you just want to separate and come back out.
Yep, now it's just a scramble battle here, and he's in trouble there as he's caught in a headlock, and he's to his back, and now it's a matter of survival, Kip. He's got to throw it, but he turns it with his strength. He's able to turn him to the mat now and put him to where he's going to be getting points now. He's going to at least get the reversal, and you had a whole bunch of maneuvers there. Points went back and forth, and right now we've got a 6-3 match. Drake behind, and he's going to give no, they're not going to give him one right as we've got 6 seconds left. They called him out of bounds. Good for him.
Great job, Drake. Drake did a great job countering the headlock, kept his hips in, squeezed tight with the tight waist, and was able to roll through and get himself a much-needed reversal, because he was in a very precarious position. That's going to end the first period with a 6-3 score in favor of Chase Rule for the Meeker Cowboys.
You know, and just as you had mentioned, the strength of this young sophomore, he really showed it there, as he was in a tough position, and he was able to use all upper body power to turn through with that headlock and put his opponent nearly to his back. He ended up, I don't believe, getting any back points out of it, but he got the 2 reversal, and he already had the 1 escape. So he's down 6-3 right now to Chase Rule, and Chase Rule's one of those kids that I worked with for years in the Bad Dogs. He's come up from, he's been wrestling since he was 5 years old, and so was Drake Zimmerman. So 2 very experienced wrestlers out here, and so far on the top, there's 2 with the reversal.
Quick switch, sit out. Zimmerman went for the ankle pick, wasn't able to stay up with him, and Rule comes around with with the switch, and now he's got the legs in and trying to turn Zimmerman in that power half.
You can see the torque right now that puts on that shoulder and on that arm, and Drake Zimmerman able to come out of that. Now he's just going to try to work his way up to a base. Chase Rule now is going a lot of his weight in the back. He might try to put the legs in. Now he's just working a half Nelson, and he's got it in deep, but they're going to call a double Nelson, a full Nelson, which will give a 1 point. And that's when you put both hands behind the head, underneath the shoulders, and it's illegal because you can break someone's neck with that. So it's 1 point.
Yeah, can't. You got to be careful with those things, but that is a 1 point. So 8-4 is the score. Drake comes up quick this time, looking to get another one.
So far, a really exciting match here. Drake just needs to get up to his legs again. He's almost there to get that escape, and it takes so much energy out of you when you stand up to your feet and you're not quite able to get that escape, and you go back down to your base. So now Chase Rule working an ankle pick, and he's up front now. He's going to try to go across. He's trying to set up a cradle right now. And now he's going to try to go in with the legs. He loses that. You know, when they're in a position like this, Kip, this is where in wrestling they make the guy on top. You have to always try to improve your position, or they'll call you for a stall. And now he's trying to put his arm behind his back here. Drake's really close to being able to turn out from that face and stand up for an escape.
Drake doing a good job underneath, trying to get back to his base. Each time he gets broken down, he's working hard to get back up. That's what you want to see. You constantly want to get to your base, work your way to your feet, and work for those escapes.
And now that power half was in there pretty deep, but Drake, showing his strength again, was able to look away from that. You'll hear us constantly yelling, look away. That's the way to stop a half. You look away from it. We're down to 12 seconds here. It's 8-4. Zimmerman with the deficit. Pretty good battle here, and it's going to come down to who's in better shape in the third period here, and we will see what happens, as that's the end of the second period.
Might mention the coaches for the Cowboys, head coach J.C. Watt, along with Carl Padilla, Tyrell Turner, and Barney LeBlanc. And then for your Moffat County Bulldogs, head coach Tanner Linscomb, and assistant coaches Daniel Cramblett, Mark Voloshin, and Mark Zimmerman. Third period underway, both wrestlers on their feet.
And this right now is where you've got to get that initial takedown for the 2 points to give yourself an opportunity to try to turn your opponent, or possibly let them up and try to take them down a couple more times. But 4 points is a tough deficit. And now that Russian arm, or the arm tie right now, is in by Chase Rule, and now he tries to duck underneath to a single leg. He's in there pretty deep. Drake needs to do a really good kickback right now to get his legs away. And he's pulling it in. Chase Rule in deep on a single leg. Now we've got to get out of bounds here. It's trouble. They're on the mat. He's on his back. That's a 5-point move, Kip, but he doesn't get any back points. But the 2 takedown.
Gets saved by the out of bounds, and that's just being aware of where you're at. You get in a precarious position like that, know your surroundings, get yourself out of bounds. So that pushes the score 10-4 lead for Chase Rule.
You know, they say the best wrestlers are the ones who get points when they're ahead. Don't try to stall at all. Now Drake's going to try to stand up here. He needs to get the 1 point, almost a locked hands rule there, but it didn't happen. And he's still trying to stand up. If he just turns into him, he can get the 1 point. A huge thing in wrestling, Kip, if you could stay within 5 points and you're on your feet, you always have a chance, because if you could take someone straight down to their back and get a 5 count, it's a 5-point maneuver. So if he can get an escape here, he'll still have a chance to tie this match with a takedown to his back.
All right, let's get it going, Drake.
Minute 4 left now, and he's flat on his belly, and both wrestlers look like they're a little bit gassed. And
Rule just really doing his best to control those ankles of Drake. Just grabs the ankle, then he had his foot hooked on the ankle a minute ago. Now he's going to work his way to the side, try to pull that arm out, get himself some arm bars working.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's nothing more painful than when that arm gets pulled and put behind your back. Shoot, at home if you're doing it, put the arm behind your back and pull it up a little bit. It's pretty painful, and it's almost there. He's doing a good job now grabbing the arm with his other arm to try to hold it, but at that point you're not doing anything to improve. You're just trying not to give your back points up. And now we're down to 24 seconds, 10-4, and they're going to call another full Nelson. And it's going to be another point for another full Nelson. Now the next one will be 2 points. After that, I believe it's a disqualification. So Chase Rule needs to be careful at this point with his full Nelsons.
21 seconds left, 10-5 lead for Meeker.
And boy, right now, if we could just get up off the bottom, we'd have a chance to try to throw one of those big 5-point moves, some kind of a headlock or something. But it looks as though Chase Rule is going to do a good job of hanging on here. And Kip, it was all about that third period. He got that takedown, and he held on the entire third period. And there is the end of the match. 10-5, 10-6, right?
Yeah, tough match. Ends up 10-6, 4 points. It's one of those things you keep improving from week to week. You get matches under your belt. You want to peak at regionals, get yourself into that state tournament. So Drake has a big career ahead of him. Hopefully he gets through regionals, gets to state this year. Anything can happen then. And really exciting young man to watch.
Well, Kip, here's a big match here. You've got the 3-time defending state champion, TJ Shelton, and he just won the Warrior Classic, going against Mickey Klemper, who just took 4th at the Warrior Classic. He's ranked 4th in the state, and this should be a good match of 2 good wrestlers. Great match.
Good. I believe they hit each other in the Warrior, and I may be off by a little bit, but I think I'm pretty close. 6-3 win for Shelton. Shelton, one of the, if not the #1 wrestler in any division at any weight class, arguably. I mean, a 3-time state champ, going to be going for his 4th this year. So right here is quality veteran against quality young wrestler. So it's going to be fun. Right now, both wrestlers just trying to feel each other out as no score 30 seconds in.
There was a really nice single leg shot there by TJ, showing his strength as he's able to get the 2, and now he's trying to put the legs in. He's a really good legger, and like we spoke of, you don't see many people win 4 state championships ever. So this is quality versus quality. A good escape right there to make it 2-1. And they're in the center of the mat now, circling. And again, these are 2 former Bad Dogs. They wrestled each other for years, Kip. They know each other very well. And there's another really good takedown. And so far tonight, we're just getting taken down. They're taking us down better than we are. And now Biggie's in trouble as he gets rolled over in what they call a cheap tilt. And he's giving up back points, Kip.
Usually not going to pin somebody with the cheap tilt, but you are going to rack up points. Shelton's so good on his feet. I mean, you've already seen the single, saw the double there. He just can make things happen. So powerful from the top position as well, and he's showing it. You can tell he's definitely worked on that tilt and using it tonight. 7-1 lead right now with 30 seconds left in the first.
Yeah, I mean, that's truly the name of the move, is the cheap tilt, because it's so demoralizing. You're not going to get pinned, but you just can't stop it, and it keeps giving up 2 and 3 back points at a time. And so now Mickey's fighting on the bottom here. And again, it's just all about the takedowns so far tonight. We've got 9 seconds left, 7-1. Let's see if Klemper can get an escape here right at the end. And look, he just needs to step over. He's got almost a defensive pin going there. That was really close, Kip, right at the end of the first
One of
period.
the things that I've noticed always with Mickey is he's got one of them body types that's real unorthodox, and so he's got this style that he gets himself in good positions, like right there. You get this position that you'd think that he's in trouble, Shelton has the legs in, and all of a sudden somehow Mickey's coming out of it and getting himself in a favorable position. In just a few more seconds, probably would have had himself a reversal.
Yeah, and on his back. So it looks as though the coin toss was won by TJ. He chose on the feet, of course, because he is a takedown technician. Shoots in. Mickey does a good job with that front headlock now. He needs to kick back hard, but TJ is just so strong. Mickey tried a tough move there, went straight to his back. No points, though. Just the 2 takedown, but no back points. So now he's got to work up off the bottom again. And again, Kip, this is one of, like you said, probably the best wrestler in the state at any classification right now. And he's going to the School of Mines on a full ride scholarship.
Yeah, great kid, good family, and just a hard worker. I remember him working with Bad Dogs in that program, and Shelton just always wanting to get better. He's a great kid. Now, one of the things with Mickey, I have in my weightlifting class this semester, and man, he works hard. He is just a hard-working kid that's going to do great things on the mat. Already has. He's won so many tournaments growing up, I can't even count them. And he's got a lot more that he's going to win in the future. So 9-2 lead right now for Shelton. Mickey looking to get something going here as both wrestlers are on their feet.
Tough one there. He had gotten the 1-point escape, and he shot in and missed everything there. He didn't even get the ankle pick and gave up an easy takedown there. So he needs to stand up to his feet again. He's in trouble here now. That big-time cradle. He can't go over, but look, he gets his hands out. He's got a chance to put TJ on his back. He just needs to push through. He's there. If he could get his hands out.
Near side cradle. Holding my
He had him on the 2 points and 3 for the back points there. It's got to be a 5-point move.
And they're not going to give it. They're not going to give any back points.
I thought
we had some coming, but 4-11 nonetheless. Good move by Mickey Klimper. You saw him he was going to suicide the near side. You don't want to do that if that arm comes out. And so he goes to do it. Mickey was able to post his arm out, and he almost had it. He could have ended it right there. It was really close.
I mean, perfect timing for what you had said about him being really difficult with that body type. And you saw it like you were psychic. And Kip, I got to tell you right now, in my mind, this should be 11-7. It's a tough job. I know it, but my goodness, he had on his back for a long time, and that's what our coach is talking to him about right now.
He's asking about back points right there. He's saying, hey, he was posted out. He's on his back. We had the reversal. He should be getting back points. So they're going to discuss it. We're going to see what comes out of it. Nonetheless, great move by Mickey Klimper. He got himself back into the match with that move and gave himself some hope.
And I'll tell you that right there, that put some fear into TJ a little bit. He knew he was on his back. And even if they wouldn't have given the count, you can get a defensive pin if you get the guy on his back, even if he's still holding an offensive move. So we're going to be back on our feet, and Mickey has got to get a takedown here.
And Mickey's actually going to get Mickey picks down, and Shelton's just going to say let him up. So the ref lets him up. They start in neutral position, so it's 11-5.
And Kip, we have seen now Mickey Klimper, he belongs with the elite here. He is hanging in here with a guy that pins everybody in his sleep, let's be honest.
Well, Klimper right now ranked 4th in 3A. So, of course, Shelton ranked number 1 in 2A. Yeah, so 2 of your top wrestlers right here in Colorado going at it.
Good match. And my goodness, what will happen here is you will have Mickey saying the rest of the year, I had him in a position where I could have possibly pinned him, and who knows what happens here in this last minute 23, but they have gone at it, and it's been an entertaining match. Now minute 17, still 11-5. Now TJ's in really deep on a double leg. This is tough, and he has to sit him over left or right. Mickey's still holding on. Really precarious. Oh, but the knee is in trouble there. Good job by the officials seeing that. Anytime you go against a joint, they have to stop it because it's dangerous.
Potentially dangerous, and they'll restart. Minute 5 left. 11-5 lead for Shelton.
Really tough right now, being down by 6. But Mickey shoots in again with a nice double leg attempt, nice single. But now he's got to stand up quickly. Now he's in trouble. He's got to try to reach underneath here and set up that cradle. And now he's going to have to give up the 2. But again, they have battled this whole match, and they're going to stop it for the headgear.
And you see the elite wrestlers, when you get to that level, on the state championship level, there's so many times that the takedown wins the match, because both guys get so good on the bottom that neither guy can hold the other guy down, neither guy can turn the guy, and it comes down to who is the best takedown artist. And you see that time and time again, and that's why, guys, takedowns are so important. As you come up, you want to learn to be a takedown master.
Yeah, they say 90% of the time whoever gets the first takedown, and there's one, but oh, he gives up no points because he tried to go right in for another takedown. So nothing there. But they say 90% of the time, if you get the first takedown in a match, you're going to win the match, and that's crazy stats. There's the one now. Okay, so what you have now is 13-6. 26 seconds left, and this is where you've got to try a big-time move, some type of a headlock.
You've got to go for a throw, some type of tie-it-up upper body, just go for a throw. Maybe you get a 5-point move, but the big thing is maybe you get a pin.
Heck yeah, so we're running out of time here, but what a great showing by our young wrestler, Mickey Klimper, and again, TJ shows why he's the top man staying. He finished with a big double leg to take Mickey down to his back, and I think Mickey got put down pretty hard right there at the end, but it ends. It's going to be 15-6. What a great match. In my book, 15-9. Great match for both guys. Best of luck to TJ now and the rest of this season. Best of luck to Mickey Klimper. We'll be right back here on MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM.
Another good match right now. We've got Devin Pontine ranked #1 in 2A against Moffat County's Hugo Hernandez, ranked #8. I talked to Hugo earlier today. Never wrestled Pontine before, so here we go. Beautiful fireman's carry by Pontine. Gets in deep on the fireman's, and Hugo's in a lot of trouble, man. He's got to fight now.
Yeah, big time trouble, and that is one of those fireman's carries that, like his textbook, Kip. I mean, he went straight in. It looked like he was taking somebody out the window of a burning building with a fireman's carry. Hugo's got to fight and fight. And this is another one of those deals, you know, a lot of kids in this area came up through the Moffat County Wrestling Program for the youth, which are over here, and then these are two more of our bad dogs too. So you have two programs that have brought a lot of wrestlers up, and Hugo's in trouble right now, as that is a deep, you don't want to be there at all, and you can just see it. Oh, it's so tough to be in that position. He's fighting his heart out though, Kip.
He's been in it for almost a minute.
And you can see it just squeezes the life out of you.
It does. You can't breathe. You're fighting. And Hugo's giving it everything he's got. He's been in that for over a minute now. We got 54 seconds left with the pin. Pontane's going to win. Got to hand it to Pontane. Came in, shot a beautiful, beautiful fireman's carry. Was able to catch him and turn it into a headlock and finished him off. Not what we were hoping for, but Hugo will live to wrestle another day. He's a good wrestler, and he's going to have a great season, and is having a great season up to this point.
When you saw, he fought for a solid minute with his windpipe being choked off, and he never quit. He was fighting even when they slapped the mat. So he'll be back. Pontine is a two-time state placer, so heck of a wrestler there too. Now we have Brett Lloyd out on the mat, and he's a really good wrestler. I've seen him in the past take Pontine to the last second in matches. And he came out a little bit later this season, so he's just starting to round into form right now.
This is a 195-pound weight class. Meeker's Dylan France going against Brett Lloyd.
France had an opportunity there for a takedown. He got behind Brett Lloyd, but he didn't finish it. So they're going to continue. They're near the edge, the left-hand side of the mat, working. They're both tied up deep in those headlocks. And now Brett comes in deep, and they're out of bounds.
And man, Brett, he'll go after you like that. Great fullback in football, and he's like a bulldozer, man. He'll go after you. Let him get inside, and he's going to put pressure on you.
Yeah, he's the triple sport warrior there. He's a great football player, a great wrestler, and then a great baseball player. He stays busy the entire school year, and now he locks in this front headlock, but Dylan France pulls out of that. France has been wrestling since he was just a 4 or 5-year-old himself, so a lot of experience on the mat right now, and they're just tied up right now in the center of the mat, trying to find some type of a move. France tries a shuck, which is a push by with the arm, nothing there, and Lloyd backs out.
When you get up and do these heavier weights, 195, 220, 285, you see a lot of the people on their feet, tying up, working for position. You don't see a lot of guys shooting. It happens with the best of them, but they don't want to get themselves in some position that they can't get out of, have all that weight on top of them, and then the guy just spin around for an easy two. So you see a lot of guys fight for position on their feet looking for throws. Yeah,
you see a lot more throws taken and tried the opportunity to put him straight to their back. Here it is. Here's a big headlock by Brett Lloyd. He's got him to his back. There was 2, no back points. Been a nice one, but he's got to be careful now. He's going to give up a reversal, and there's nothing there yet. And now it's 2-2. This is an entertaining match, Kip. Now 9 seconds left. It's going to be 2-2. What a big, huge headlock, but he just didn't sag his hips back enough.
Got to tee out and get yourself in good position, but man, he hit it hard. He sent he sent France for a ride there, but France responded well, was able to get himself out of it before he gave up any back points, and it's 2-2 at the end of one. Great start to this match.
Well, the old thing, like we used to say, like they give every great airline pilot when he first gets his wings. Brett gave him his wings there.
You ain't kidding. All right, second period. Lloyd will be in the top position.
Again, here we go, and you got to wait until the referee says you can approach. Oh, and it looks like he's got some kind of issue with possibly bleeding here. So they start the injury clock and they got to fix that. Or the headgear has broken, actually. We're in the middle of a great match here. Just starting the second period, 2-2. And Dylan France does a good job trying to do a switch. Just turns into a 1-point escape. So 3-2, Brett is behind. They're still circling, just
so
looking.
Most of the first period, you saw both wrestlers battle for position inside, just working on that head and arm ties. And then out of nowhere, Lloyd hits that big headlock. You know France is going to be watching that this time.
Well, and France showed his experience because he did exactly what you want to do if you're in the middle of that headlock. You try to roll through that, use all your momentum to roll on through, and he was able to do that to prevent him from being flat on his back in a headlock. And here we go. Still a minute 20 left. 3-2. Brett is behind. Really good match between two experienced wrestlers. I believe they've seen each other in the past, and it's always close. And there's a good job. France tried to do a shuck, and Brett stepped through into it and got the 2-point takedown. So he's ahead 4-3 right now.
It's a good job by Brett Lloyd, just getting him in. You know, France got himself in a bad position, off balance, and Lloyd was just able to put his weight into him, push in, and take advantage of it, and gets himself an easy 2. Takes the lead 4-3 with 47 seconds left.
He had really good body awareness there, and look, now he's got France's arm behind his back. If he can finish, he had it, Kip, and he had to give it up. So close to getting that front headlock.
Yeah, front headlock, a little bit over the head, under the arm, went to throw it. France able to slip out of it, and we're tied again, 4-4, 30 seconds left.
What a battle.
In the second.
Yes, what a battle. 24 seconds now left in the second period. We are knotted up at 4-4. Both these wrestlers, you know, the bigger guys now, and I'm one of them, you know, you start to gas a little bit now as you go into the third period. It's going to be all about who's in better shape in this match as we head to the third period. We're down to 9 seconds left. We are tied at 4-4, and this is an exciting match between two good wrestlers. Oh, he's going to try right before the end.
Oh, got to be smart. Be smart.
Yeah, don't give that
up. You don't want to give up easy points there at the end with just a couple seconds. So, going to be Lloyd's choice. He's definitely going to take down. 4-4, he can come out, puts him in the lead, and then the pressure's on France to make something happen.
Yep, Wrestling 101, if you're in a match where you're down by 1 or you're tied, you want to go down so you can come up and get that sometimes easy 1. You never know, though. And France right now trying to put his legs in. If he stands, they will call this potentially dangerous.
And coach is yelling, they're saying grab his head, grab his head. If you can reach up, if Brett can reach up and get his head, he could pull him right over defensive pin. France says, I don't want any part of this, is just going to let Lloyd go, and Lloyd takes the 5-4 lead.
There we go. We're 5-4. Now Brett grabs that front headlock. He just needs to work on a shuck, a push by right now, maybe grab the arm for an arm bar, but they come back out of that, and they're right in the center of the mat, and now the pressure falls on France. He's behind by 1 point. Brett needs to be smart. He doesn't want to back up and give up any stalling warnings right now. They're still tied up very tight. We're down to a minute 16 left. Brett Lloyd with a 1-point lead.
This is where you just want to wrestle smart. If you got a headlock, you better make sure you hit it right. You don't want to hit it and have the guy roll you all the way through and give up the match.
Oh, there's a big move with France in trouble, and he gets out of it, Kip. He almost got taken to the back.
That was close. France almost had it right there. Lloyd able to get himself out of it.
Almost like it shocked France so much. He just kind of looked at Brett there for a second, and Brett jumped up to his feet very quickly. Whoa, what excitement here in
45 seconds, 45 to go. Brett's up by 1.
1-point lead, and now you really have all the pressure on Meeker, on Dylan France. He's got to shoot. Brett pushes it by again. The same move he got before. There's 2, and he's got his arm. Now he's in great position, Kip, with 30 seconds left, and he was in better shape. That football shape helped him out. Just got to hold on. 3-point lead. 23 seconds left. 19. Oh,
they're going to get it potentially dangerous. They're going to bring it back to the middle. Honestly, I think that's probably good for Brett because he was getting in a bad position being out front like that. We could get caught on his back. Just stay back, stay behind, and wrestle smart. 17 seconds left. Brett leads 7-4.
I think right now what they're talking about is a little bit of the positioning now again on those different joints, and the way he had his shoulder torqued on his back. I think he's claiming that he locked his hands together, which would be a point instead of just a warning for potentially dangerous. He got his point across. Now we've got 17 seconds left. Brett's got a 3-point lead. He needs to remember, he's smart, they should not be on their feet. Yes,
there we go. There we go.
That would have been a big advantage going to France.
Yes, absolutely.
And yep, they didn't start the clock, so there we go. They caught that quickly. And here we go, 7-4. Brett's up. He's just got to hold him down for 14 seconds. Now just 10 seconds, he's going to get the win. Wrestling smart here, staying inside Kip, and he lets him up. That's smart here, because that guy has to attack him. He needs to shoot right now, and France isn't even going to try at the end, and it's going to end.
That's it.
France was dead tired, and Brett Lloyd was in better shape at the end of that match. There's no doubt. 7-5.
All right, Brett Lloyd picks up a big win for the Bulldogs. Nice job, Brett Lloyd. All started off with that headlock he hit early.
Heck yeah, it was the difference. So many of these matches tonight, the takedowns are always the difference, and they have been the differences. So here we go, the bull out there, the Brahma bull. We've got Perulis.
So 220-pound weight class, Stelios Perulis, number 5 in 3A, wrestling Meeker's Caleb Bradford. Stelios also won the Warrior Classic, which is a great feat on its own. Some people say that it's comparable to the state wrestling tournament because of how tough it is and the caliber of teams that are there. So Stelios having a great season.
Nice shot, Kip. He goes right behind him. Made it look easy right there. Put on a display.
Right on. Looking to get a pin here. Let's see if Stelios can put on a show for the crowd.
He's staying inside now. He's got a minute 37. That was a very quick takedown. And for a big man, you don't see as many of those where you use that shuck by. Now he's trying to come inside to work the cradle. He's going to go underneath the arms right now, trying to set up a cradle. Now he goes for a cross-face cradle across the body. Oh, that's a tough one right there. If he's able to pull him back in bounds, and the wrestler gets out of bounds from Meeker.
And Stelios probably liking it this year because 220, he ain't having to lose any weight.
No, he's able to eat.
The kids are telling me he's around 200 to 210, somewhere in there, fluctuates. So able to eat all he wants and go out and wrestle.
Now minute 15 remaining in the first. And I'll tell you what, the week after, actually just last week at a great tournament, the Uinta Tournament of Champions, which is ridiculously tough over there too. In Uinta, he took second, I believe, is what it was. And the guy he wrestled in the championship match was all of 220. And right now he's in it deep.
Crossface cradle. All right, crossface cradle has it over, had it hooked up, and Bradford able to bust the grip of Perulis, but Perulis is still working at it, still got that crossface, trying to make something happen here and pick up some back points. 2-0 lead, 40 seconds left as they spin out of bounds.
So right now you've got to say that Caleb Bradford is doing a good job of just surviving at this point in the first period and making Stelios work real hard just for that 2-0 lead. As you said again, 5th ranked wrestler in the state is Stelios, and that ranking is only going to go up after a first and second in those 2 really good tournaments. And now he's in deep. He's got the cradle in the center of the mat. All he has to do is lock it again, but he was able to break the grip on bottom. Stelios goes inside again. If you see the way it's across the face, that's what makes it a cross-face cradle. And Caleb breaks his grip again. We're down to 19 seconds left in the first period, Kip.
Stelios just working that crossface. Again and again and again he's hit it. He's had it hooked up a couple times, he's just not able to keep that grip, as somehow Caleb Bradford was able to break
right
it.
in, Kip.
Corkscrew right there, pops him around. There's some points. 2 back points right at the buzzer, 4-0. Stelios in the lead.
Well, that will really bum you out as far as Caleb Bradford had done such a good job in keeping it right at 2-0, and then literally with 2 seconds left, he got popped over in the corkscrew, which is when you can't get a cradle to work, you pop your arms out and go underneath and just pop them over because they're putting all their weight against the cradle, so it goes with that direction that they're leaning, and you push them over, and he got it right at the end of the first period for 2 points, a demoralizing 2 points. That just, you work so hard to keep it at 2-0, and just like that, it's 4-0.
Going to be Stelios' choice. He will choose down.
And let's see how quickly Stelios can come up or work on a switch. He's up to his feet instantly.
Yeah, tripod's up quick, breaks the grip, and there's one just 5 seconds in to the second period. 5-0 lead for Perulis.
Good job. Now let's see him work on his takedowns. What you've seen, when he goes against these these bigger kids in the 220, as you said, he's only like 205 or so. He's able to get some really good speed takedowns on them. He's able to get in quickly onto the single and a lot of ankle picks just because he's so much quicker than them with his size being smaller. A minute 35 now remaining in the second period. He's got a good 5-0 lead. Caleb Bradford from Meeker wrestling really well against Stelios right now, staying pretty much out of trouble, and they're still right in the center of the ring. They're going to circle right to left. Stelios, just a big Brahma bull that he is, he usually just works forward, forward, forward. He doesn't go backwards too often. He pushes the action the whole match, and you can see they're going to work that way from left to right. And Stelios now goes in with the front headlock, trying to grab an arm. And let's see what they have here as they circle. And there he grabs that front headlock on the out of bounds. He's got an opportunity to pull him in and shuck him by here, Kip. He can do a cradle from here, too.
Trying to spin around. He's just got to free that leg to get himself to 2. And there it is.
Boom.
2-point takedown. Stelios 7-0 lead. 45 seconds left in the second period.
And you see how effortless that looked. It looked like there wasn't really anything there. And Stelios just knew body position really well and slowly worked his way around behind. And before you knew it, it was the 2-point takedown as he established his legs behind the wrestler and had his hands inside. So now, just like that, it's 7-0. Getting a good bunch of wrestling out here tonight. All these matches are pretty much are going the distance except for one. And 35 seconds left, 7-0. And Stelios is going to try, the older of the Perulis boys, to go back inside. He's going to try to work his half. He's up real high right now. And Bradford on the bottom now has tripoded up. He's on both feet. Oh, and they're going to call locked hands. So Caleb Bradford will get a point for illegal locked hands.
So Bradford is on the board, 7-1 with the locked hands technical violation. Can't lock hands unless you have an arm, a hand, a wrist. Got to have something with it.
If you think about it, if you had a guy on the bottom, you could just wrap your hands around and lock them together. You could hold them down forever. So it makes you have some kind of an offensive move going on in order to lock those together. So now we're down to 6 seconds left. 7-1 is the score. And Stelios has showed some really good maneuvers for a big man here. But also, let's give credit here. Caleb Bradford has wrestled smart. He's hanging in there with a really good wrestler. And this is two really good teams. I mean, the team score at this point, Kip, is 31-9, but we have so many open weights, or we had to give up so many points early on that, you know, let's take those away. And it's pretty even so far. There's been some really good matches.
And Meeker, I mean, right now they're ranked number 3 in 2A. And I was talking to Coach Watt before the matches, and he even said, I said, hey, you got a chance to win it all this year. And he says, yeah, you know, the right thing's got to happen. You know, you got to get kids in the right position, bracketed in the right spots by how they do at regionals. And then, yeah, they'll have a shot at it. And so, of course, we hope the best for Meeker and our neighbors, the Cowboys, and hope they bring home a title this year.
Absolutely. We love it when they get over there to the state tournament and they represent us well from this area against all those what seem like bigger Eastern Slope schools. It's nice to see the small town do well, and we have so many connections and links to many of these wrestlers on this team.
Nice now, reversal while we're talking by Stelios.
Good job. And
not wasting around. Yeah, just does a good job and just patient and makes things happen. 9-1 lead for Stelios.
And so he's still on the top position. Again, while we were talking, he just did that beautiful maneuver to get the reversal. Caleb Bradford just trying to hold on right now. Doesn't want to get pinned here for the team points. Stelios now is getting the point. He's got him. He steps over Kip. He just basically muscled him over, and now he's got it torqued in really deep, basically a corkscrew, and he's got a lot of time. 49 seconds to get the pin here. He's just got to squeeze.
Yep, chest to chest. Lift that head up. There's the pin with 44 seconds remaining in the match. That's what we want to see.
Yes, sir, just like
Good
that.
Good match, Stelios Perulis. Now you know why he's ranked number 5.
Bingo, bango, pin. So Moffat gets a pin on the board. Now it's 31-15, the team score, but a big victory for our Bulldog, for Stelios Perulis.
All right, coming up next, 285-pound weight class, Frank Masterson, Moffat County, against number 4 ranked 2A wrestler Tyler Elgin.
We loved Frankie this year in football. He was our big old nose guard who got a lot done, but he is young, and he's against an experienced big wrestler here. And immediately he's taken down with a single, but oh, he had him almost for that headlock tip. And then this is a tough one to ask of a freshman here. He's against a tough wrestler, but he's going to go out there. I've been there. You've been there. They ask you to do the best you can when you're against somebody older than you, and he's turning hard. Oh, I'm sorry. He's a sophomore. Well, I forgot 1 year there. Oh,
and Frankie in trouble. Got caught in that same corkscrew that we just saw Stelios pin his guy in.
And it's trouble right now, Kip. And, you know, he's still, like I said, he's a sophomore. Not as much experience in the wrestling. He's going to fight, though. He's battling. And there it is. But when you're going up against somebody older and who's ranked 4th in the state, it's tough. And Frankie battled his heart out. Again, a sophomore.
I like how Frankie came out right away, and you saw him go for the headlock, and you saw him just pushing the action. And he was saying, you know what, I'm not afraid. I'm going to go out. I'm going to try to make something happen. And got to hand it to Frankie, man. He's going to give it everything he's got every match.
Now this is, this is a little machete.
So now we drop down to 106 pounds. And 106 pounds, we got Isaiah Herod against Jacob Poloni.
Excuse me there, I jumped ahead of us one time. So it's one of the Herod boys, Isaiah Herod, that lightest of light weights at 106 pounds. So there's the whistle. And both wrestlers in the center of the mat looking for a shot opportunity here. You get to this weight now, you see some speedy things. Just like in boxing where you have like Floyd Mayweather or Pacquiao. Those guys are lightning fast. They're light and speedy. A minute 40 left. We're just barely into this first period. Let's see what we've got here. Both wrestlers kind of jockeying for position. They haven't tied up, and now just when I say they haven't, they're looking to tie up a little bit. Different styles bring different things out of people. Some like to tie up instantly, and some like to stay apart and tap the head and look for shot opportunities. It's all about your style versus theirs. And so far, neither of these young men want to tie up at all. There's a nice shot opportunity. Meeker turns a single into a double. You got to let go of that now. You're in a little bit of trouble. Turn and live to fight another day. Give up to 2 and try to stand up and get 1.
Yeah, you hear it said all the time. You get taken down, and you see young wrestlers do it all the time, or inexperienced wrestlers. They try to hold on too long, and then they get themselves in a bad position. And it's just, you know what? You got to turn, belly out, get to your base, get an escape, and go for a takedown of your own.
Yeah, at the end of the day, and we're in trouble now. He's turned his back, but he rolls through that, Kip. Now he's in a decent position. If he'd have reached up and grabbed that head, now if he can put his arm through, he can put it into his back. He just needs to keep pulling, and he needs to step through. If he can step over with that arm, he's got an opportunity. Staying back. He gives 1, which is sometimes what they'll decide to do. If they're not quite sure on the 2, they'll give 1, and I think that's fair there. But we have the Meeker coach now is going to come out and ask about that. I think it's a fair call. It was close to 2, so you're going to give the 1. And sometimes they call it a bailout call, but you want to award something for all that work, and he basically had him turn. I thought they still were in bounds, basically. So tough call, give him 1. It's fair.
Both wrestlers up, 2-1 match, 25 seconds left in the first.
Yeah, good stuff here with the 2 light wrestlers going head-to-head. Now he grabbed the back of his headgear, and that's a tough call if they see it. He did a good job. He got back. Shucked back, kick back, which we practice all the time in the wrestling room. Now he's got that front headlock in tight. We're down to 9 seconds left. He needs to shuck him by one way or the other. He's going to try to turn him. He had an opportunity there. Good job by Meeker. Now he's got to hold on for the final 2 seconds. There's no. Oh, he gives him a takedown.
And he gives him a takedown on that. I thought I didn't think anybody had control there.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Now we're going to question that. Didn't have his legs completely there, but a tough call. And that's a big.
And that's going to make it 4-1. And right now on the board, they got 2-0. But if he gives the takedown there, plus the 1 escape that Isaiah had, it should be 4-1 if this takedown stands.
And you know that is a traumatic call in this match because it's going to be close down to the wire. Tough call, and it's he's the referee. It was his prerogative, but he hadn't established control and behind there. But again, refereeing is a tough job, especially wrestling might be the toughest sport of all to officiate.
So they're trying to figure it out at the scorers table.
Yep. So
all right, so it is 4-1, and going to be Isaiah's choice here to begin the second period. Isaiah looks over at Coach. Coach says defer, and Meeker's going to take both up, neutral position. Here we go.
If all else fails, defer, right? Whether it's football or wrestling, you want to be able to have that choice at the end to see what you need in points. So they're still that same style where they're not wanting to lock up or tie up at all. They're just kind of tapping each other's head. The idea there is that you want to get them to blink, and then you shoot right as you tap the head. It's something you teach really, really young wrestlers, and a lot of them will do it their whole lives. Tap, shoot, tap, shoot. He used to try to grab the back of the head. I mean, 30 seconds in. Nice ankle pick. There it is, and he's got it now. He's got to keep
hold on to that. Hold on to that double leg.
Back points too. Good take. Oh, he can't grab the toe like that. That's not legal. They've got to watch the toe grab. He's already got his points. Now he just needs to finish. They cannot grab the toe. It's an illegal hold.
Coach is telling him. Coach is yelling. He can't do that. He can't do that.
I just don't understand why they're not seeing that. Yeah, they saw it.
So, potentially dangerous, goes back. We got a 4-3 match with 1 minute left.
Okay, good.
1 minute in, 1 minute in the second.
Oh, a nice switch maneuver, but he puts him back down on the mat. He's got a minute left in the second period, Kip. He's down by 1, and at least at this point now, he's moved past that move at the end of the first period. Now he only needs 1 to tie it, and he's going to have the opportunity, if he doesn't score any more points at the beginning of the third, to come up off the bottom. But let's finish this last 41 seconds. Oh, and he gets a locked hand.
It's a locked hands. He locked hands.
He's better off now just to hold on.
Yep. He's better off to hold on because now you're only going to give 1.
Yep. Had he given up, they will allow you to finish the maneuver.
Yeah, he could have gave up 1, and he could have gave up the reversal, possibly 3 points. So smart to hold on. 5-3 pushes the score in favor of Jacob.
Yeah, he's got a nice move, and it's Isaiah Herod, right? Yes. And you're right, Jacob Poloni with the lead. We've got 20 seconds left now. And Herod had a really nice back arm bar in there, but he slipped out. Now he's down to 14 seconds, and they are battling their hearts out. And, of course, the difference in this match at this point is those two. 5 seconds left, and we are going to have opportunity. Oh, he's almost to turn him right before the end of the period. Time runs out, so we're going to go to the third. What would you do here, Kip? Would you go down for the 1 or on your feet to try to tie it with 2?
You know, there's one of two things. So, and that's what the coach knows. The coach knows where Isaiah is best. Is Isaiah best from the bottom? If he is, you put him down. If Isaiah's a guy that you think can get a takedown here and tie it up with a takedown, you put him on their feet.
So right there you go. You'd already established he could get a good takedown there in the second period. And so that's where they're at. A takedown ties it for Isaiah Herod, but he has got to get in there. Oh, and a nice shot by Meeker. But he's got a front headlock. He did a good job of scooting back, a good kickback. We're only 20 seconds into this third period. He just needs to scoot around behind. Now he locks it in.
That's
He's
2.
2 right there. He's already locked it in. There's no question.
No, haven't been awarded yet. Now he awards them. 5-5, all tied up, 90 seconds to go.
What a battle. Now he's just got to maintain top control, continue to work to improve his position, and he's got himself set up for some nice cradle maneuvers here. He's just trying to push him by.
You want to keep pushing the action, but you want to wrestle smart. Wrestle smart here. You can give up 1, you don't want to give up 2, you give up 1, then you got that shot for the takedown to win it. Best in the case scenario, don't give up any and you're playing overtime.
Yes, sir, and you saw how close he was there to locked hands again. He needs to be really aware of that. They're both battling their hearts out. This is what wrestling is truly about. 2 young men who have probably dieted like crazy to get to that 106-pound weight, battling their hearts out with 43 seconds left in a 5-5 match. Now he goes with a crossface. Oh, he's in trouble, but he's got to keep going through. He's got to maintain. Oh, he gave up 2-point reversal. And we've got 30 seconds left. Kippy's got to reverse or stand up and get a takedown.
He's got his work cut out for him now. 30 seconds left. Got to move.
He tried a tough maneuver there.
Got a chicken wing in on the right side with a hard, tight waist. Isaiah's got to get to his base and make something happen. We're to 10 seconds.
Just going to run out of time. Not going to lose. We're going to run out of time. And wouldn't you know the difference, Kip, is going to be that 2 points. Oh, and he almost gets him. Oh,
hits it. Tried to hit that Granby roll. Almost got out with the Granby. Giving it everything he had to the end. Good effort by Isaiah Herod. Going to come up a little bit short as he loses 7-5.
What's the difference going to be? That 2-point takedown. Good match. Good match.
So next up, Chris Moschetti is going to win by forfeit. Nobody to wrestle in his weight.
And heck, he's ranked 11th in the state. He's really
having a great
good.
year, and you know he won his first like 14 or 15 matches before he picked up his first loss. So
I mean, he was on fire.
Muschietti having a great season. Next up, and the final match of the evening is going to be Moffat County's John T. Peroulis wrestling Sheridan Harvey. Sheridan Harvey from the Meeker Cowboys, ranked 5th.
We had another open weight there, Kip, so a bunch of forfeits that we had to give up. This is closer than that score is going to show. We wrestled pretty well tonight. It'll be the final match, and we appreciate you watching here on MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM. Go Big Blue. Let people know we're doing wrestling now. This is our first time we've done wrestling. It's been a blast. We'll be doing it again Thursday.
I want to say thanks to all our sponsors that support Moffat County Proud and are Moffat County Proud. Chaos Inc., Identity Graphics, Young Life, Hampton Inn and Suites, Severson Supply and Rental, Mountain West Insurance and Financial Services, Cook Chevrolet, Duran and Pierce Contractors, Bank of Colorado, 3B Enterprises, Rocky Mountain Automotive, Mountain Air Spray, Ep Associates Incorporated. So we want to invite everybody to, hey, check us out on Facebook, like us on Facebook, check out the website. We want to hear from you, always about things that we're Moffat County proud of. Hey, and wrestling coming up in just what? Thursday, 2 days away. 2 days away, we're going to have more wrestling for you, and the excitement's going to continue.
Heck yeah, we're doing basketball, we're doing wrestling. You guys are covering all the things that are positive in our community. Right now, John T. Peroulis is doing a good job against the 5th rated wrestler in the state, Sheridan Harvey. Still 0-0 halfway through the first period. Yeah,
I like how John T's coming in. Very smart wrestling, really smart right now, staying in good position. Knows he has to be smart when you're wrestling somebody like Sheridan Harvey that is ranked as high as he is in 2A wrestling.
We're down to 40 seconds remaining in the first period. Obviously, it's still 0-0. John T. trying to lock up there with both arms. Good job, nice speed as he kicks back, almost out of bounds, but they'll return to the center of the mat. And he's hanging in there right now. Sometimes when you're against somebody that, you know, you think, gosh, they're ranked higher, you just got to hang in there for a while and realize, hey, I can do this. I can hang with this guy. 18 seconds left, and I think we're going to be headed to the second period, 0-0, but you never know. We're down to 10 seconds left, and just when I spoke, Kip, it's about strength now. Who's got it right now? That's that grapevine, and right there, Meeker won it, and I jinxed us, of course.
Call that the old whizzer. He's trying to whizzer it to counter it. Not able to hold on, gives up the takedown with about 10 seconds left. But still a good first period for John T.
And who would
wrestled really, really smart. Right now down 2-0, and he will be starting in the down position.
After all the years of wrestling that we have between us and broadcasting, who would imagine I would forget the name of the wizard? Only one of the moves you see almost all the time at every tournament. It becomes just a total strength move. Whoever's stronger there. And I'm sure glad I got you here by me, buddy, for when I forget those names of those moves.
Hey, you know what? And it's always continuing. Things are always happening there. The kids were telling me the other day about the Gator Bacon. You know, that's the name of a move. I mean, there's so many. And you got the Sanders and the guillotine, and that list would go on and on and on of so many names of so many moves through the years. And every wrestler has their own. You know, their own that they perfect and what they like. And that's what they go for. So potentially dangerous on the arm. Gets a little too high. Yeah, referee wisely stops it, and they'll go back to the middle.
Well, and Gator Bacon, that has become the nickname of our 9th rated wrestler, Isaac Herod. He's a Gator Bacon machine, they say. So we're still at 2-0 here, and really battling his heart out is John T. Peroulis. He's on the bottom right now, and he's got his leg locked, and now he's able to get rid of that. He's trying to turn in, and now he's trying to stop that corkscrew. It's that tough crossface, and man, that is just a painful move. You do everything you can to try to stop them from connecting their hands, like right now has happened, and now he's in trouble. He's got to break the grip. You've got to push your leg. I always used to tell the young wrestlers, what muscle's bigger, your leg muscle or the arm muscle? You've got to push down with your leg and break that grip when there's a cradling like that, or you're going to your back and you're in trouble.
So Sheridan Harvey has it locked up, but not able to use it.
There you go. He's able to break it by pushing down with the leg, and John T. Peroulis is fighting his heart out, and he's in this match. Sheridan Harvey not able to do a lot right now, and John T. just has to hit one good move, and he will have an opportunity to shoot to tie this match or be ahead. And now on top again, the Meeker wrestler reaching inside. He's a legger, and gosh, leggers are so frustrating. Kip, you used to wrestle a ton of leggers like this. Now the power half is in pretty deep. This is trouble. He's only got to hold on for 20 seconds, and he does a good job. He gets away from it.
And he slips it in. We saw this earlier, and we got a full Nelson. All right. 2-to-1 match.
Yeah, that
Perulis
really
can tie it up with a quick escape here.
Yeah, that's a huge call right there, the correct call, and that makes this a one-move match. See if he can come off the bottom here. He can get one here. He can tie this up. You got 15 seconds. He just got to turn. Oh, and he's not quite able to finish. And one thing this wrestler from Meeker, he's going to try to cheat tilt him here again. So close. No points. Just hold on here. Oh, he's going to get the cheap points right at the end of the period. So he's going to get 2. So there is the exact reason why it's called the cheap tilt. Didn't it just seem so cheap? But it's the move, and that's what it does.
A couple different variations of the tilt, and you said it. You know, most of the time you're never going to pin anybody out of that, but you're going to score points. You see it a lot in college wrestling. They get all those cheap tilts going, and it's just points.
What a huge maneuver right at the end of that second period, making it 4-to-1 instead of 2-to-1 here. So we're going to be on their feet. If John T can get in and get a nice shot and a takedown, he can make it 4-to-3, and we'll see what he can do from there. But first off, he's got to take care of business on his feet. But he has wrestled a heck of a match here against a highly rated wrestler. Minute 42 remaining in the third period. Again, the last match tonight on our first covering of wrestling here on MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM. John T's got it locked up now. He's got that front headlock. If you can lock that up or reach behind there, grab a hold of an ankle or a leg, you can set up a cradle from this position, but you can also put him straight to their back, and that was what he's trying to do there. So continue, just the torque. Now he's got both. He's got an under, over, and under, over. And you can do a nice throw from there too, but you see that Meeker's wrestler knows what's going on, and he's putting all his weight down. There he goes, John T trying it again. You can go under. There's several variations of moves you can do from here, and you got to make the Meeker wrestler move right now. He's got the lead, and a lot of times they'll call a stall if they just put their head in the mat and don't do a lot. There he goes. He's got to come behind, Kip. He's just got to outrace the arm.
Trying to get around. Got to watch the tilt. When you got your arm caught under that like that, the person underneath can throw your arm down and do a tilt on you and try to come around. Not going to happen there. Referee says stalemate, neither wrestler being able to make anything happen. We're going to start again.
Heck yeah, a lot of opportunities there for some things to be done, but now you're down to 40 seconds where you're going to have to try some kind of an aerial tactic here. Probably going to have to try your headlock or something to try to put this wrestler to his back, as you're down 4-to-1. A takedown itself is not going to do it. You need more than just a takedown. You need to put this wrestler to his back. But John T has battled this entire match, and he gives up. They give the takedown there, and that was just good strategy, and that showed you why Sheridan Harvey is ranked so highly. And we're down to 14 seconds left, but shoot, you look at the scoreboard now, it's only 6-to-1. He fought his heart out, battled hard, and Moffat County, I think, has shown well here tonight against a very good Meeker squad. They battled hard, they had to give up a lot of points, and they're going to be right there. We're going to end up we'll get a forfeit match here. You take away all those ones we had to give up, we're close there against a good team.
Yep, final score is going to end up 49-21 in favor of the visiting Cowboys. And we'll be back again next on Thursday, just in a couple days, for more exciting matches. Got the triangular coming up. Got Hayden and Basalt, I believe, is the other team that's going to be here. So
yes, sir.
Should have some exciting matches there. And thanks for being with us. It's been great. Had a lot of exciting matches tonight and some quality wrestling. And we are definitely Moffat County proud. Shane, any final thoughts?
Hey, we're really proud to be able to now bring you wrestling here on MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM. Check us out doing that. Check us out doing girls and boys basketball on Friday night. Send it to your family, send it to your grandma, your uncle, send it to Alaska, send it to Florida, send it to Hawaii. But just spread the word, and we are here giving you all the positives of this community. Thank you for listening here on Go Big Blue, MOFFATCOUNTYPROUD.COM.